CO2 airsoft guns are really fun and a little bit more practical when you compare them to their green gas counterparts. Simply being, hey, if you live in a colder climate and still want that blowback goodness, CO2's got you covered. Outside of being more practical, CO2 airsoft guns are also tons of fun and give you generally a stronger recoil impulse, which translates to a more realistic feeling. So we think it's high time that we've compiled for you a list of the 10 best CO2 airsoft guns. And the best part about this list is they're not only pistols, they're also some rifles, SMGs, maybe one or two that would surprise you. Number 10, the Socom Gear M107 Barrett. What better way to start off our list than starting with the biggest and baddest CO2 airsoft gun probably ever made. The Socom Gear Barrett M107 is every airsoft enthusiast's wet dream. It was shell ejecting and operated exactly as the real one. If you wanted your very own Barrett, this is it. As an airsoft gun, it was the poster child of impracticality and came with a hefty price tag to boot. But who wouldn't want a big sniper rifle such as the M107? And even though it was expensive, it paled in comparison to the real one's price. So Socom Gear knocked it out of the park with this one. Number 9, the APS CAM870 Shotgun. The APS CAM870 Shotgun, while may not be the first shell ejecting shotgun made, it was probably the one that popularized it. Being CO2 powered, it was more powerful than many of the other shell ejecting shotguns at the time of its release, and swiftly captured the imaginations of players, collectors, and competition shooters alike. The CAM870 came at an affordable price, and its CO2 power made it a more practical choice for airsofters. It quickly allowed 3 gun competitions to become a reality in airsoft, and with its realistic operation, it allowed everyone to have a chance to enjoy using a pump-action shotgun. The early CAM870s, however, were a little too real, and subsequent versions had to make adjustments as to how they worked to prevent legal issues. However, they're still fun nonetheless. Number 8, the KWC M712. The M712 is a really cool gun, and it's extremely iconic. You see it everywhere in movies, video games, TV shows, even in anime. In airsoft, they're no different. These highly popular airsoft pistols are so well loved, they're constantly sold out. And other than their cool looks, they're also highly capable shooters. This particular example from KWC shoots very well. It can keep up with some SMGs. The final cherry on top is the M712 can fire in a blazing, fast, full auto. There is a lot going for the M712, and players around the world just fell in love with the gun, how good it looked, how good it felt in your hand, and of course, like I said, that blazing fast full auto. But its biggest benefit, that full auto, was also a little bit of its drawback. Simply for the fact that it shot so fast, you had to reload it. And it shot so much, it would use up a lot of your CO2, meaning you might have to spend a little bit more buying extra cartridges for it. Number 7, the GHK AKM. The GHK AKM needs no introduction, and it's probably one of the best airsoft AKs available. You know, come to think of it, if you want to learn more as to why it's one of the best airsoft AKs, check out the video we did about the top airsoft AK-47s. Click on the card above. Sure, you're gonna like it. The GHK AKM is not only a fantastic green gas rifle, but it has the ability to work with CO2 magazines. The ability for this gun to do so means 2 things. It's instantly more reliable in colder weather, and its already phenomenal realism is pushed even further. The GHK AKM doesn't have many drawbacks, save for the fact that they can be a little pricey. And the hop-up doesn't like to work with lighter weight BBs, but the moment you slap heavier BBs in there, you're going to have an AK experience second to none. Number 6, the ASG CZ-P-09 Duty. The P-09 Duty is an extremely capable gun and even won the popular Airsoft Player's Choice Awards Pistol of the Year at one point. The pistol is solid and shoots extremely consistent, also came with a green gas variant. The CZ-P-02 Duty is a great option for players that want something a little different, while at the same time something a little familiar. Its gripping angle was superb, and it had tactical rails for the mounting of accessories. It is also deadly accurate. To show you more, Tim and I actually did a video where we compared the green gas version versus the CO2 version. Check out that video, it's probably the one playing right now, to give you more reason as to why the P-09 sits right here at our number 6 spot. Number 5, the RWA Nighthawk Custom Recon. The RWA Nighthawk Custom Recon and later Covert Ops are some of the most fun and hard shooting pistols you can get your hands on. They're CO2 powered, meaning that they are probably one of the hardest kicking 1911s for its price, and its base power meant you can reach out and hit something easily past 30 meters. Probably its best feature was the fact that they were very affordable, making them a great choice for beginners and seasoned players alike. While many things on these guns were fantastic, its only, again, drawback would be the fact that there's not much out there for them. Maybe a hop-up bucking here and a air barrel there, and that's about it. So if you're into tinkering with your pistol, these may not be the ones that you want to dump a whole lot of money into. However, if you want something that shoots real good out of the box, that may give you a little bruise on your thumb here, these guys definitely got you covered. Number 4, the Gun Heaven Mosin Nagant. The Mosin is a rifle with such a cult following and is so beloved by people around the world. The one I had the pleasure of reviewing was one of the coolest I've had the chance to play with. The build quality was superb, and being CO2 powered meant you can shoot this gun consistently at long ranges accurately. It's not the most modern gun on this list, and like I said in the review, the spiked bayonet looks like it's an accident waiting to happen, but there's something to be said about gas-powered bolt-action rifles. It's just so satisfying to operate, and the Mosin Nagant is no different. Number 3, the Umarex Legends MP40. Here's a gun stooped in legend. The MP40 is a gun that is revered by many and bears a striking amount of intrigue. When Umarex announced that they were making one powered by CO2 no less, people couldn't wait to get their hands on one. Having a highly realistic cyclic rate, it was a fantastic gun to shoot on full auto, and not to mention, it was quite loud. The MP40 is full metal and operated exactly like the real steel version, and with this distressed, battle-worn finish, it seems to be coming straight out of the history books. Now, the flip side of this coin being it's a CO2 powered gun, it takes 2 CO2 capsules to run. So it may be a deal breaker to some if you're a little tight on the budget, because to be honest, firing this gun in full auto is the only way you're gonna really enjoy the full feeling of the MP40. Number 2, the RWA Nighthawk Custom GRP Steel. On every metric, the RWA Nighthawk Custom GRP Steel is the perfect Airsoft 1911. If you don't believe me, you can watch so many other reviews from other YouTubers all over the net. Popular Airsoft even said this about the GRP Steel pistol. After reviewing the GRP, it would be difficult to review any gas blowback handgun. And I don't even look at my TM 1911 the same way. I might file for a divorce from it. It's full steel. It's highly realistic. It's very hard kicking, accurate, and blurs the line between a real steel 1911 and an Airsoft replica the likes unseen until its release. The realism of the GRP and the quality packed into this pistol kind of created a renaissance of high-end pistols, and due to its uncompromising quality, it had to be powered by none other than CO2. CO2 is absolutely necessary to be able to operate this pistol. This slide is extremely heavy and the recoil spring is very stiff, so if you don't use CO2, this gun is just not gonna cycle properly. Now, why is this gun being so good only the 2nd place spot on our list? Well, that's because real steel Nighthawks are expensive guns. They cost upwards of $3,000 US. And this one is no slouch. This thing cost more than $1,000 and it was very limited. So, sadly, because of this, it just can't get into the hands of players around the world, making this only a number 2 in our list. Honorable mentions: the Umarex USP. The USP is a pistol that probably defined cool for the period of time in which it was launched. It was also the hero pistol featured in the original artwork for the initial release of the first Rainbow Six video game. The CO2 version was a snappy, strong recoiling replica of the real steel version, fully licensed and 1-to-1 in dimensions. KWC P-08. Yet another historic icon, the P-08 is a pistol that is best paired with CO2. This gun from KWC not only looks the part, but it's even great for those that want to use it as a prop or decorative piece. The operation of the gun is just like that seen on the real steel version, and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. Only issue is buying accessories for it, as even the holsters might even cost more than the gun itself, if you can find one. Number 1, the ASG CZ Shadow 2. The Shadow 1, when it was first released, was an already great shooting gun, and was not only ideal for skirmishing, but a great alternative to the high kappa when it came to competition. The Shadow 2 took that one step further. The Shadow 2 was not only ergonomically sound, the moment you held it, you just felt like this gun was designed to go fast. Its low bore axis made it easy to point and control. Its grip angle and how it fit in your hand gave it almost a custom gun kind of feel. Best of all, it earns a top spot on our list because it was full metal and it came with an affordable price, and it was compatible with other upgrade parts, making it our top choice of CO2 guns. Now, that was my personal 10 best CO2 guns. Now, what are yours? Do we have similar guns on our list? What am I missing? What do you think should be put on this list or taken off this list? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to watch any of the videos featured in this particular video, they're all linked in the description below, with links back to our online store for all the cool products seen in this video. And which online store is that, you may ask? You didn't think I was going to work this in, or find a way to work this in, right? www.redwolfairsoft.com. If you like this video, give us a like. If you thought it was cool, share it with your friends. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video. And until the next episode, guys, have a good one.